Hey Fort Osage, on this week's episode we recap Fort Osage's first ever academic night and take a look at the NHS blood drive.
Plus we highlight a senior broadcasting student, your weekend weather report, and your sports breakdown, coming to you after the break. Hey Fordo, welcome back to Travel Review. I'm Freedom Benenson.
And I'm Brandon Nyson. Today is Friday, April 17th, 2026, and here's what you need to know at Fordo. Next week, NHS will be hosting a Spirit Week to promote peace and nonviolence. On Monday, dress as Adam Sandler. On Tuesday, wear your best green for Environmental Day. Wednesday, dress for your future plans. And then it's time to show your Fort Pride on Thursday. Finally, Friday, wear white to support Day Without Hate.
I can't wait to see how everyone dresses up.
Yeah, I'm most excited for Adam Sandler Day.
Now to our Friday forecast. Hey Cameron, how is the weather shaping up for this weekend?
What's up, Fort? It looks like thunderstorms will move in the area this weekend. I'm Cameron Harrison, and this is your Friday forecast. On Friday, it's going to be a high of 80, low of 41 with a little bit of thunderstorm. On Saturday, it's going to be a high of 58, low of 41 with a little bit of sunshine. Then on Sunday, you're going to get straight sunshine with a high of 72 and a low of 47. And then on Monday, you'll get a high of 77, low of 54. That's your Friday forecast. I'm Cameron Harrison. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Cameron. Looks like Friday's going to be all doom and gloom.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the sun come out.
Fort Osage had its first ever academic night for seniors on Wednesday, April 1st. Travel Review reporter Kylie Purington gives us an inside scoop.
Fort Osage held an academic night for seniors on March 30th in the PAC. Senior Logan Sheely feels it means a lot to be recognized for all the hard work he has done.
It means a lot to be recognized for some academic achievements outside of just athletics. I put in a lot of work on just schoolwork, whether it be homework, studying for tests, anything like that. So it's really nice to be able to be recognized for some of that stuff.
Seniors had to have a GPA of a 3.5 or higher and scored a 26 or higher on the ACT. Head Principal Dr. Josh Luke feels it's important to highlight kids and all they do.
Events like this are important to celebrate student success because it takes a lot of people for students to be successful. That includes parents, teachers, community members, grandparents, etc. So events like this are really important to have everyone gather and celebrate the hard work our students put in to their 4 years of being successful.
They recognize kids for Bright Flight, President Education Award, Top 10 Kids, and Kids for Chords. Vanessa Gage feels she wants Riley to know, always remember who she is.
We are really proud of Rye, and we're excited to see all the great things she's going to do at college and after college. And moving forward, I want her to just remember who you are.
Seniors' last day of school will be May 13th and graduate May 15th.
And remember, we are Fort. Congratulations.
We're going to miss all of you guys next year. I'm Kylie Purington reporting for Travel Review.
It's great to recognize all of our seniors.
Yeah, they worked really hard in the classroom.
When we return, we take a look at how NHS hosted its semi-annual blood drive.
The yearly national average for distracted driving deaths is 3,000, with injuries eclipsing 400,000. I think the text can wait, so put down your phone and keep your eyes on the road.
Rudy Bear's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA is located in the heart of Westport at 4030 Broadway Boulevard. Bear's Gym offers a multitude of classes ranging from MMA and wrestling to kids classes starting at 4 years old, where they cultivate the next generation of martial arts. Classes are available Monday through Sunday starting as early as 6 a.m. ending at 8:30 p.m. Your first class is free, so why not come try out here at Rudy Bear's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA. Come train with the black belt himself, Rudy Bears, and come get some jiu-jitsu.
Welcome back, Fort Osage.
Many donors gave blood to the Community Blood Center here at Fort Osage. Travel Review reporters Matthew Soul, Lucas Harp, and myself were on the scene.
NHS hosts a blood drive every semester where students can volunteer to donate a pint of blood. Me and Lucas Harp went to check it out. Age 16, students can start donating blood. Senior NHS member Landon Stoddard shares his cause with us.
Donating blood is important to me because I know that a lot of people don't have enough blood at hospitals, and so I want to be able to help out.
Everyone reacts a little differently when getting blood drawn. NHS leader and math teacher Miss Gravely share a few ways on how to make your appointment go as smooth as possible.
The biggest challenge from our standpoint is making sure that students have appointments, that they have what they need, that students come like with water and food and stuff in their system, and so they have a good experience. That's probably the biggest thing, making sure students do what they need to beforehand.
It can take some time to recover after getting your blood drawn. Senior NHS member Blake Overbeck walks us through the steps you take after your appointment.
Yeah, so after they give blood, they have to be here for 15 minutes, make sure they're not nauseous or faint. So we just give them some snacks and drinks and let them sit and relax for 15 minutes to make sure they're okay.
Donating blood saves many lives. I'm Matthew Soul reporting for Tribal Review.
Hey Braden, I heard that you and TST have the weekly sports breakdown.
That's right. Let's go to Tomahawk Sports Talk with your weekly sports news and updates.
Thanks, guys. Spring sports are in full swing, and I'll start us off with some baseball and boys golf. This past Monday, the baseball team hosted Lee Summit West, where they took a 9-6 loss. And then the Northland tournament, on Tuesday, they took a 10-7 win over North Kansas City. Baseball team is now 9-5. They traveled to Creekside yesterday to finish out the Northland tournament against Winnetonka, and then whoever they are seeded with after that game. And then they will also take on Blue Springs in a non-conference game today. Now I'll recap boys golf. The boys golf team competed in the Oak Park Invite at Paradise Point, where they posted a 349 team score with top scorers Isaiah Parton 79 and Xander Hefner 78. They also had the North Kansas City Varsity Invite match on Wednesday. Now I'll send it over to Braden for some track and boys volleyball news.
Thanks, Blake. Boys volleyball had a tough stretch, losing conference games to Grand Valley and Platte County 2-0. Then the Fort Osage track and field team hosted their Fort Osage Invitational. Notable placers are Parker Biggs taking second in the 100, as well as Grayson Turner taking third in the shot put, and Ben Dorfer taking third in the javelin. Then on the girls' side, Waniva Vital and Kamika Jackson placing first and second in the 100-meter dash, and then Racy Zorn and Brielle Howard taking first and second in the 100-meter hurdles. And then on the shot put, Hope Pearson took third. And then in the high jump, Lacey Zorn took first and Brielle Howard took third. And the pole vault, Kamala Kirchner took second. And then the long jump, Waniva Vital took first. And then Shelby Rawls took third. Now we'll send it over to Connor Barlow for some girls soccer and boys tennis news.
Thanks, Braden. I'm going to start us off with some women's soccer. The women's team had a bounce-back win against Truman 4-2. McKinley Matthews had 2 goals, 1 assist. Baylor Perry had 1 goal, 2 assists. Jaylee Smith had 1 goal, 1 assist. They had a game a couple of days prior against William Chrisman. That game will now be rescheduled due to a delay. Their all-time record is 6-2, and their conference record is now 4-1. We talk about some boys tennis now. They had a match against Raymore Peculiar with a loss 1-8. And then a bounce-back win at Winnetonka, 9-0. And they have a match up the 16th at Green Valley at 4 o'clock. That's all for today. If you guys want to find out more in-depth about these sports, you can tune into Tomahawk Sports Talk. Back to you guys at the desk.
Our local animal shelter. And while visiting, we talked to Tanya Hampton Lopez. She gave us a tour of the facility, and here's what we saw. The employees were very kind and cooperative with the patrons who came in to look at or adopt an animal. During our visit, the shelter received a generous donation of 2 pallets of dog food. It was heartwarming to witness, and it made a significant impact on supporting the animals in their care. On the first Friday of every month, excluding holidays, third-party services provide microchipping and vaccines for a low price. Throughout the day, the kennels and the animals' food and water bowls can become messy and dirty. However, each night the employees perform a thorough cleaning to ensure the animals' comfort. The animal shelter my group visited is doing an excellent job with the resources that they have, and we truly enjoyed seeing the great work being done there. The Truman Heartland Community Foundation is accepting donations at thcf.org, or you can use the QR code on your screen.
Day with the Trading Post. We are located by the far side of the cafeteria by the field house, open from 1st to 4th lunch shift. Stock up on all your Fort Osage apparel at the Trading Post. Up with our large variety of snacks and drinks. We accept card and wireless payments. We strive to have the lowest prices possible for our students and staff, even with giving discounts to our staff. All proceeds go toward your DECA program.
Welcome back to Tribal Review.
Hey Braden, did you know that we graduate in 19 days? What's been your favorite moment from broadcasting?
Funny that you asked that. Tribal Review reporters Lucas Harp and Hunter McLaughlin did a story on just that.
Welcome back to Tomahawk Sports Talk, where we bring you all the news, insights, and updates from Fort Osage Sports. I'm Blake Overbeck.
I'm Brandon Nyson.
And I'm Matthew Soul.
Braden Nyson is a senior on Fort Osage, where he's a varsity football player and produces a weekly sports podcast, Tomahawk Sports Talk. The podcast co-stars Blake Overbeck and Matthew Soul. Ison plans on going to college for something involving broadcasting.
I think broadcasting has definitely increased like my confidence in terms of like public speaking and stuff like that. It's definitely made me increase my voice, and it kind of made me follow my passions of being involved in sports in my future.
Chance Parsons is the broadcasting teacher at Fort Osage High School, and Ison has been part of his class for around 2 years now. Parsons was surprised when Ison said that he wanted to have a future in broadcasting and sees the talent of Ison's live broadcasting skills and knows that he will go far in his future.
Up until homecoming, I didn't even know that he wanted to pursue broadcasting as a career. He said it when his presentation, when he came out, they said that he wants to pursue that. And so I see him going to a place and making an immediate impact. He does really have a talent to call live games, and he's so smart in the way he relies on stats and storylines. He always has a pulse on what's going on. So hopefully I see in the next 5 years, he goes to college, gets good education, and then gets started out at like an area sportscaster.
Blake Overbeck is another student at Fort Osage and is one of Ison's co-stars for the podcast, Tomahawk Sports Talk. Overbeck is another senior at the high school and is a member of the mass media class. Overbeck knows that Ison is very good at what he does, and Overbeck can see Ison doing just about anything with broadcasting in college.
I see him doing something in broadcasting, whatever he wants to do, and he'd be very successful because he's very smart and he's very good at problem solving. He's good at all that stuff, so there's no reason why I don't see him having a really good job and career in broadcasting.
Michael Riley is one of the coaches for the Fort Osage football team. Riley has noticed that Ison is a very positive person and a great leader on the football team. Riley's seen that Ison's improved with his attitude and the player as general.
You've got certain people that are kind of the staples or the foundation to your group, and he's one of those guys. He's a guy that doesn't get down. He stays positive, like I said, and people listen to him. And we want him to do well. So he's improved because he's shown his value as a player and as a good teammate.
Ison has noticed that he has grown a lot since freshman year, not just physically, but mentally too. He knows that as a senior, he has to be a leader and the most mentally mature out there so that underclassmen can look up to him.
I mean, I think I've improved, obviously, physically, but I feel like mentally I've gotten a lot better as well, because it's just an issue of you grow so much from beginning as like a 14-year-old and growing up to be, 17 now. It's just a lot of mental change has happened in my life since then.
I'm Hunter McLaughlin, and I'm reporting for Tribal Review.
It's nice to highlight a senior broadcasting student.
Yeah, it's a really fun watch. Summer school enrollment is now open for Fort Osage students entering kindergarten through 12th grade. Our summer school runs June 1st through the 26th. It's a great opportunity for students to stay engaged and explore new learning experiences. You can find out more information scanning the QR code on the screen.
The Fort Osage School District Art Show will be held April 22nd from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. in the high school field house. Come and see artwork from students around the district. There will be a recognition ceremony in the Performing Arts Center starting at 6:45 p.m.
Class of 2027, save the dates of June 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th for your senior pictures that will go in the yearbook and graduation edition of Fort Connection. Letters and postcards arrive in your registered mailboxes in late May. Appointments are listed on the cards. Keeping the appointments is preferred, but showing up is most important. There will be one last chance for Senior Day in October. The location is the Fort Osage District Office Boardroom.
It's time to turn the page and highlight another great book. Let's check out this week's Addicts Treasure.
New Jason Reynolds, guys. Soundtrack about 5 different people doing a New York City band in the subway. Check it out.
As always, if you're looking for more news and information about Fort Osage High School, you can find additional coverage at fohssignal.net.
There, you will find stories about students and activities of the school, so check it out today.
Well, that's it for today's show. I'm Brandon Nyson.
I'm Freedom Vanenson.
And I'm Cameron Harrison. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you tune in next week.